Hello YouTube, and hello my fellow spicy nacho Doritos. This is chapter 2 of Claus Santa. Now, before I get to the rest of this chapter, which is chapter 2 of Claus Santa, I have to explain what Claus Santas look like in the wild. So basically, they look like a skinny bear with a lizard like head with fur, which is black fur all around. But they are as tall, if standing on their 2 feet, as 15 grizzly bears standing on their 2 feet at the maximum height. They eat pretty much anything. Like, I don't know what they would eat. But they do sleep. And if they don't need to sleep, when they've been awake long enough to need to sleep, it's probably because they feeded on electricity. Because they have their non conductive claws, and which are just regular animal claws, but they force a current by using their own energy they already have within themselves, which draws energy from a power source, like, for example, a power line or a power plant, and then they don't need to sleep for a week when normally they would have to sleep every day. So let's get on with the story, and I'm going to take us to a character who is, I'm going to take you to a character who is called Kevin Gummy Down and goes by the name Officer Gummy Down. So, within this section of the story, Officer Gummy Down is taking the first day of vacation off. And also lives within Dallas, Texas. So, since Officer Gummy Down likes to storm chase, Officer Gummy Down gets within Officer Gummy Down's Toyota FJ Cruiser and drives all the way to a random city within Oklahoma State. And when close enough, because Officer Gummy Down was putting a actual a Stacy's of Gold by Ennio Morricone CD within the CD player of his Toyota FJ Cruiser, which is orange yellow with a train horn and one of those car alarms that sounds something like you get the idea. Something like that. It's like that. It's like what people might call an annoying car alarm. I think it's a 6-tone car alarm. So that's the car alarm that is installed within that Toyota FJ Cruiser. So when Officer Gummy Down gets to a close enough area towards where Officer Gummy Down wants to storm chase, Officer Gummy Down sets up his phone and starts live streaming the chase. And soon after the chase started, the warning sirens started going off. And I'm not going to make that sound because you probably know what a warning siren sounds like, but you probably don't know what a 6-tone car alarm sounds like, so I had to give you some sort of idea. So the warning sirens were going off, and Officer Gummy Down was on the chase, live streaming to Officer Gummy Down. So Officer Gummy Down was already on the chase, live streaming to Officer Gummy Down's own YouTube channel called Officer Gummy Down. And so next, like, well, it was just a normal chase. Three weeks later, Officer Gummy Down gets a actual alert from his phone, and all the tornado sirens start going off. Warning sirens start going off, but there's no tornado. And Officer Gummy Down within his home wonders what's going on. officer coming down turns it to the news, and then all of a sudden the power goes out. And multiple warning sirens are still going on out there, but the majority of them had started going out. Officer Gummy Down gets within his Toyota FJ Cruiser, puts in the NEO Morcode, the Stacies of Gold CD, and listens to that with the background going on. Then Officer Gummy Down starts recording this to YouTube, assuming it's just normal and it's nothing that would be important to record for YouTube. But then eventually there was a school. It's nighttime, by the way. There was this event going on within the school there. It's called Oakland Dolphins. The school's called Oakland Dolphins Elementary School. Oakland Dolphins Elementary School. And so there's a Claus Santa going towards the school, ripping it open, and eating all the children, or whatever we could find in there. Officer Gummy Down knew that Officer Gummy Down needed to reverse the Toyota FJ Cruiser, so Officer Gummy Down did, and put the pedal to the metal, and then try to get as far away from there as possible. And Officer Gummy Down starts getting a EAS emergency action notification from his phone telling everyone to evacuate the state of Texas and head into Canada as soon as possible. So, like by Canada, I mean, like Canada was one of the options, but it's just like it's just like you like it's saying to evacuate a specific portion of the United States of America. That's from all the way to California and all the way up I mean, it's from the center of the United States of America. That's what I mean. It's from the center of the United States of America. So, Officer Gummy Down decided that he was going to turn around, go back to his house, get his dog, and get the freaking heck out of there. Because Officer Gummy Down wasn't going to give up without a fight. And eventually, he got his dog, which was a full breed Shih Tzu by the name of Henry. And then Officer Gummy Down headed into California and booked a pet-friendly Airbnb within San Diego, which is a city within California. The next day, he left his dog within the Airbnb and came into Tijuana out of just curiosity of what Mexico has to offer. Has to offer. And then eventually started driving off road, off the pavement, and eventually found some evidence of the Alfanadors and the Claus Santas. As how Officer Gummy Down would probably almost always react. He started recording it for YouTube. Then came back to his Airbnb and then came back to his Airbnb and actually uploaded the video to YouTube within 4K 60 frames per second. So this is chapter 2 of Claus Santa. I will end chapter 2 right here. So I hope you all enjoyed chapter 2 of Claus Santa, and stay tuned to the Gaming Spicy Nacho Doritos bag for more Claus Santa, brought to you by the gaming spicy nacho Doritos bag. Bye YouTube and bye my fellow spicy nacho Doritos.